Hello everybody and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. That's right, literally few hours after the Chasca trailer, we have our two new characters for drip marketing. That's right, my friends, two, which are going to be Chasca and Ororon. Leave a like and subscribe and let's dive right in. And oh my goodness, I wasn't even expecting them to put stuff out today, but of course I'm gonna read it so you don't have to. So let's get started with Chasca, who the community seems to be split on, but who knows? Maybe that's just Twitter. I think she's okay. She's also Animo, which got changed to Cryo, but you know what? Flip-flopping to do. I like more Animo characters. Let's see here. So, we have come a full and throughout the understanding of the folly and recklessness of our recent actions, and agreed to set our dire differences and move forward as one. This statement has been drafted entirely of our own free will with no objections whatsoever. Additionally, we would like to thank the Peacemaker as for our outstanding contributions with the respect of facilitating reconciliation. A heartfelt joint statement of reconciliation made by the pair of chiefs in an intertribal conflict. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, we do know from the Archon quest, you did play it. Hopefully you did. You're missing out on 500 Primo Gems. It's going to be done tomorrow. But Chasca does have a sort of hidden power, you know, that she doesn't really unleash, and her sister tries to keep her in check for that. And, you know, they have a little bit of a sibling fight. But yes, the Skyborn Arbiter, Peacemaker of Detelkun, Animo Vision, obviously, and then the Vulture Gryphus. So I do wonder if she's actually based off a vulture. You know, that would be a really interesting way to interpret her character, because, you know, she does seem to have, you know, she's got Animo, she's got flying powers, stuff like that, probably. You know, but interpreting it as a vulture would be an interesting way, because, you know, she does have that, you know, supposed hidden power. That will we see in her kit? Probably not, but I hope we see it in her tribal story. Please, Hoyo, utilize these tribal stories to the full effect. You know, definitely have her sister in there too. That would definitely be a good way to handle it. Let's move on to the actual story statement. Before we get to that, if you're curious, we have seen a lot of Chasca content already in the game. Of course, we've had her in the first Archon quest and in this trailer, and this is also the Chasca trailer as well, which literally dropped hours ago. I cannot believe I'm awake at 3 in the morning covering this. But yes, we've already seen her bow. You know, she'll do shoot. You know, nothing too much, but it's good to see, you know, that she got here stuff. I might have to save up my primos just to get another Animo character, because, you know, Animo characters are my favorite. But anyways, moving on to her actual description, let's go take a look at here. Oh god, that's a lot of reading. That's why I do it, so you don't have to. Let's go. There is no hope for the child. You know, I can't accept that either, but please, just give up. This was the first conflict that Chasca experienced in her life. Just what's wrong with this kid? Was she raided by a Cuculosaurus or something? No wonder she's so wild. This is the kind of the countless conflicts that Chasca has faced when returning to the Flower Feather clan. Though her childhood memories were already blurry, Chasca still remembers the emotions stirring beneath those words. Disappointment, pain, bitterness, and frustration. People who are caught in the web of emotions forever entangled by conflict. But conflict can eventually be resolved, and it all takes a turning point. A Cuculosaurus soaring high up in the sky just happened to catch the sight of this helpless child, crying piously for food down below. At least give me a heads up next time, young girl, after practically having searched the length and breadth of the mountains, puffed with angry, finding her runaway sister. Oh yeah, that's right, because was she technically raised by the Saurians, right? Because I might be getting that piece wrong, but like she was raised by something else that's not human, right? You know, maybe similar to Razor's extent. Of course, she turned out very differently, but perhaps many conflicts weren't as deeply rooted or as difficult to transcend as good people imagine. Here, packed and bullets loaded, Chasca, who is now fully fledged Peacemaker, stepped through the door to embrace the morning breeze. This time, it's my turn to resolve the conflict. Lowering the brim of her hat, she smiled to herself. Okay, very cool. I've been feeling if they're, what is it? Probably not the right term for describing it, so sorry if it's the wrong one, but I do kind of get the vibe that, you know, she will be, you know, based on like maybe like the Desperados or something, kind of like something in the West, right? Or semi based, you know, around those areas, but would be very interesting to see how they handle her character, because, you know, now she's gone from, you know, kind of nothing to like being Natlan's Peacemaker, which is really interesting. So yeah, she's exciting though. Not too much here otherwise. Definitely a 5-star, by the way, and I'll be curious to see the other character that we saw in the drip marketing is a 5-star. I personally think they will be a 5-star, but we'll have to see, right? But moving on to Ororon, who is someone I did not expect in the slightest. This guy is built up to be, you know, he's the like. Come on, let's get the bird out of the window, right? This guy is the freaking traitor. You know, to Natlan right now. In the first trailer, he's standing next to Capitano. You can't really see him. He's in the shadows. And stuff like that. God, I wish they have, what is it? They didn't go such a colorful color scheme with this guy, but hey, you know, it is what it is, right? But yeah, no, he's, you know, and then in the last cutscene of the Archon quest, he's like, ooh, I'm talking to Capitano. And then, you know, you also see him in the trailer too. He's like, you know, being sus. It's like, come on now. Ain't nobody hiding you, buddy. But he's a character that I expected, you know, to come out like post Natlan patch, but I guess we're gonna resolve the conflict with him early. He could be a 4-star, who knows, but I definitely would prefer him to be, you know, a 5-star. It's been a while since we've had, you know, any Electro, you know, or not Electro, what is it, specifically male 5-stars. It's been a little bit of a minute, so it'd be great to see, right? You know, especially, you know, don't make Kanish lonely, bro. He's already alone and he's a short king. But anyway, and you're a tall king. But anyway, not even the most intransigent of patience can come close to matching his stubbornness. Once he's made up his mind, it's almost impossible to change it. I don't worry about him though. He has his own way of thinking, and I'm sure he'll manage just fine, no matter what this crazy world throws him. Casually muttered by Aoife as he jotted down her medical report. So Aoife is actually someone who I remember from some character voice lines. So they've been pretty established before, so that's cool. But let's see here. You know, Ororon, the Shadow Night Wind, Shrouded Michkan, which is one of their areas. Electro, yep, and we'll find out why in a second. Vampirium Spectrum, which this one I saw a cool fact out on Twitter. Thanks for someone who found it. That is actually a false bat located, you know, I believe it was either Africa or South America, but it's pretty cool, like a false bat. Which, now that you get to see his figure in full view, I definitely do get the bat visor, and he also does kind of look like a vampire. So hey, look at that. But that's pretty cool. One of the like a bat aesthetic is not what I expected to see, but you know, everyone here is based off animals, you know, in tribal culture, so it's pretty cool to actually see someone take on that appearance. I'm Batman. That'd be a funny joke to put in there. But let's read his actual story segment right after this. So you missed it, in the trailer for the 5.1 patch, you can actually see he has an Electro Vision. He's also using Electro powers, and some people are pointing that maybe he's a little more Fatui coded than you know, you'd expect. Ooh, look at that ripped hood. That looked good. I like that. But yeah, no, there's a whole explanation about that. And I think he's gonna be normal. I don't think they would go as far to have a character swap factions to Fatui, but who knows, right? I mean, Genshin's Genshin, and if they try to pull something like really different, I'm all for it. But let's move on to his story and see what it says. One scorchingly hot afternoon, a young man closed his front door behind him and turned to say goodbye to the seedlings in his yards. Good afternoon, just heading out for a bit. Hope you guys grow a good beaner by the time I'm back. He turned with his friend not long after as a kindly heads up as they walked to a large baby tree entrance. Big pinecone roots have gotten big and out of hand lately, so be careful not to trip. Natlan is a weird and wonderful land, and it grew, and the good Dr. Aoife is having grown up here was no stranger to Ororon's odd way of speaking. He remembered a long time ago an alpaca named Little Pinecone had bumped into the same tree, which might explain why Ororon referred to it as Big Pinecone. And it's not even a pine tree, thought Aoife, though he didn't inquire further. What is it? A weird and wonderful land indeed. It is a nation that embraces all living things where paths of life have been smooth or not so smooth. All things have their cause, will give rise to the effects, and in the end, serve their purpose. The flawed, the sly, the stubborn shall burn. All shall burn, flowing together is brilliant, vibrant soul fire. Okay. Very interesting. He's got not a lot of information, to be honest, and Aoife is also mentioned here again, so that's good. But yeah, no, not a lot of information is given. But this last one, you know, kind of gives it. He's probably had it rough. I mean, you know, if you're taking deals with the Fatui, right, and helping him out, most likely you have not had it easy. And I do wonder what turns Ororon on that path. Maybe he agrees with the rules that Capitano wants to set inside Natlan, or maybe you know, the rules dictated that something bad happened to Ororon instead. So who knows, right? But I mean, he's pretty cool. I think this is a pretty cool character. Who knows what all this means? But yeah, that's kind of it. Not too much to say, honestly, for this guy. I'd say, you know, Chasca is definitely going to be the standout character of this patch. You know, everyone's like, oh my god, like really cool character. You know, had a lot of involvement in the Archon quest, lots of time on screen. So we'll see, you know, how it goes. And looks like Iansen's probably going to be pushed back really far. And of course, no Archon, and we are going to be moving, you know. This is 5.2, so we're going to be moving into, you know, this next patch still without an Archon. I love it. The fact that the story has been extended all the way to 5.3, you know, and is going to keep rolling until, you know, that patch finishes is going to be really nice. I always say it. Genshin, take time with your story and make it good, okay? Like, you know, that's the most important part, and they're doing pretty excellent. I mean, I already like the Archon quest. The next Archon quest looks super hype. So yeah, really interesting stuff all around. But of course, well, we were just here, but hey, let's do it again. If you like all the content, check this stuff out. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.